Hello, lovely and darling viewers. Today I am reviewing Kingsman, The Secret Service, comics from, I think, 2014, which are published through Marvel, and they are written by Mark Millar with art by Dave Gibbons and Matthew Vaughn. There is a movie based off these comics, hence the movie tie-in cover. I like the comic book art better, so ta-da! The movie and the comics share a similar premise and style in the way that they're done, but the plot changes and even the characters change, so they're not exactly the same. So it's awesome. I love the movie. It's amazing, but it was also good to read a comic that isn't exactly the same thing. Content warnings on these comics. They contain nudity, strong language, violence, and probably other things like, I think there's domestic abuse and drugs, or maybe I'm confusing that with something else. If you're not into any of those things, I wouldn't suggest checking out the comics then. Or the movie. They're pretty similar in that vein. These books are a spoof and satirical look at 60s spy thrillers like the James Bond movies. We have a very debonair, dashing, sexy secret agent in Jack London. But it also takes it into contemporary London, where we have Eggsy, who is living off of government aid with his mom and his brother. And Eggsy gets into a lot of trouble at home. Specifically, he's caught stealing a car, and his Uncle Jack goes to bail him out of prison. And that's how Eggsy gets introduced into the spy world, because Jack wants to show him that there's a better way and that he can be something. So these comics mostly focus on Eggsy learning how to be a spy. And because Eggsy comes from this inner city London, he approaches being a spy differently than a lot of the other candidates. The other candidates tend to have a military background, and they're from very posh schools. They're a lot more educated. They know their weapons better, sort of. So they have this head start on him. Whereas Eggsy brings in a lot of his street smarts. His fighting style, his ability to hijack a car. He knows about weapons from video games, and he's able to think situations out differently and see different possibilities than the other candidates because he's seen the world differently. So the main arc of the story follows Eggsy from being a punk kid to growing into a debonair, suave, sophisticated spy and being really cool. In these comics, a lot of celebrities have gone missing. Somebody's kidnapping them. We start off with Mark Hamill being kidnapped. Later, we see scientists getting kidnapped. So the Secret Service is trying to figure out what's happening, who's taking them, and how to get these celebrities back if they're still alive. And also, there's mind control experiments going on. Somebody has figured out how to make a crowd turn on each other and basically just murder each other in mass killing frenzy. So those are the two main problems that need to be solved with the Secret Service. These comics are fun. I love the very James Bond spy aspects of this and the more proper British gentleman angle. They're fun and I like them. I give the comics a 4 out of 5 stars. The movie is I definitely like the movie better than these comics, but these comics are still awesome and worth checking out. So I love you guys. Peace out and keep reading. Bye.